Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature! Today we have a Nightstalker Dreadfiend, which I believe is one of the more recent releases from Mantic in their Kings of War line. And I did a wonderful number of trying to get the plastic wrap off of the box here. And you can see what a lovely little beastie this guy is. What is interesting is it looks like this was a sticker. Why would that be a sticker? I have no idea. Maybe they reused the box? Well, I don't think they can reuse the box because none of the other parts seem like a sticker. That's weird. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got in here. Sadly, it's only on a 50mm base. You'd think with a big box like that, I just have to double check. I always doubt my sizes, but yeah, it is 50mm square. It seems like it should be even bigger. I blame Mears Miniatures for that because Mears has gotten my brain programmed to think everything is ridiculously larger than it really needs to be. So, thanks Mears. I would consider that a compliment though. I love Mears' stuff. I am waiting on an order as we speak. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that gets here soon because I would love to finish it. I started a review and I noticed a part was missing. Anyway, let's get back to our Nightstalker friend here. And I already forgot what it was called. The Dreadfiend. I'm like, I knew it was a Nightstalker. Oh, that sounds delicate. One thing that does bear mentioning is the quality of the resin that Mantic has been using for, honestly, like the last few years. Especially at least since the 3rd edition of Kings of War came out. Oh my god, yeah, 3rd, right? Yes, the 2nd edition was the Kickstarter? Was it? Yeah. I'm rambling. Anyway, yeah, 2nd edition was the one that had the abyssals and salamanders and stuff all get their plastic sprues made. Now I remember. 3rd edition was when the Northkin came out. Alright. Got all that straightened out. So what are we looking at here? I was going to ramble on about the quality of their resin. Yes, since 3rd edition's release, I gotta say, the quality of resin they've been putting out is really, really solid. No complaints in that regard. I was not a fan of their early resins, I'll be honest with you, but they really have stepped up their game. Looking carefully at that, it looks like those are all supposed to be skulls embedded in this thing. For whatever reason, this head, while it is vaguely Tyranidish, reminds me of the big monster from Chronopia that the Stygians had that was in like a box set with the Dwarf Tower. I don't remember what the thing's called, I'll have to go check. Even the shape reminds me of it. Obviously it's not, and it has a definite different profile in terms of how it's going to go together. It definitely gives me a Chronopian vibe. Maybe that's why I was so into getting this thing. That's pretty good size there. It looks like there's going to be a lot of overhang off of that base in terms of the tail and the head. How many legs am I going to be responsible for? Oh, and he's got that lovely little mouth in him too. Of course, I just now realized that is supposed to be kind of angled upwards so you can actually see the mouth. Alright, he's got what looks to be some scything claws that I think, maybe those are just his legs. This is going to be fun. Oh, that's good to see. The bottoms, the tips of these pointy scythe-like talon feet are going to actually be flat so he can actually have some space to get glued down to the base on. That's good to see. This must be a tongue. If I can hold it in front of the camera. There we go. We know how to use our fingers today. I'm going to guess that goes in the belly, mouth. And then some more legs. I am really curious how this is going to go together. It looks like everything is square-shaped keyed slots. So it's going to be a little confusing. I gotta say, I think my favorite design for multiple limbed monsters and how to put them together probably is still with Raging Heroes. I really appreciated how the left side were all circles and then the right side were all squares. It kind of evened things out and made it a little bit easier to manage, but this doesn't look too bad. A little bit of cleanup's going to be involved. There is a little bit of flashing there, and there are lots of little gates where the parts connected, but that's no big deal. If you work with resin pretty regularly, you should know how to handle that without destroying the model, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm going to grab my clippers and some glue, and let's take a look at our finished Dreadfiend in just a sec. Alright, we got our big Nightstalker monstrosity all finished up here. And I do got to give kudos once more to Mantic for the quality of their resins. This was a really nice, really simple construction, and I gotta say I really enjoyed it. And you can still see all those details, like all the skulls and souls and whatnot stuck inside this guy. And although he only comes with a 50mm base, I kept looking at the box and the pictures of him thinking, man, that guy's got to be so huge. And yeah, to be honest, he actually kind of is. In fact, I don't even know if he really fits on the base. One thing, like I said, I really appreciate are the flat tips for these legs, because nothing sucks more than having to try to get these things glued onto the base when they really don't want to be there. So I don't know how this is all going to go on there yet. I think it's supposed to go like that. That looks right, and then just there's two legs I think that are actually supposed to be off the base. And the more I look at it, I can't help but be reminded of that Stygian monster from the Watchtower or whatever box for Chronopia. It really gives me that vibe, and I thought I had one still, but I don't. I went and dug through my garage like for most of the afternoon thinking I had it, but I guess I gave it away to somebody. Oh well, that would have been fun to have it. But alas, I don't. Let's grab some other models and we'll see how this guy stacks up. I'm realizing I really need to get around to actually unboxing and finishing some of my Nightstalkers. That kind of would help, but we'll at least grab a regular Mantic human to give you guys a good sense of scale. And let's see what else we can dig out that's handy that actually makes sense to scale with it. Our Oathmark friend. And our Witch Hunter. And Mr. Bradigan. I think this guy, more than a lot of the other Nightstalker stuff, really kind of goes with that Lovecraftian eldritch vibe of just weird monstrosities that we really shouldn't be messing around with or bring into the tabletop. And for that reason, I appreciate it all that much more. I really think it's time for me to go ahead and finish up some of those other Kings of War Vanguard models I've got since the Kickstarter that I haven't touched yet. So hopefully we'll actually be seeing more Vanguard stuff soon, especially while we wait for the ogres and goblins. But yeah, just a fun, interesting, and unique looking monster. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.